Well, hello everyone. Welcome to D&D Talk with Ashley and Lancelot Show. Both with Lance. Ashley is still in the airport, and this video probably won't be out till next week. So if you guys want to know, I do play D&D. I love Pathfinders, D&D D20 module, tabletop gaming. That's basically the generology for it. And there's different modules you can play. There's only a D6 module as well. So yeah, so we are going to show you how to drag players into your game when you're first playing. Usually D&D, the DM, the Dungeon Master, or the GM, the Game Master, will have to make a scenario, have a party up to 2 or more as well. Usually people can go more than 4. My gist is 4 to 6 only. I had a party at 8 to 12 before, and that is a nightmare. A ridiculously nightmare. All due to the fact is that you're gonna have more monster in the field, and everyone takes turn on what to do. And usually I give you about 15 seconds. I go skip. I'll skip you. If you're not ready for your turn, I will skip you. So yeah, it's a nightmare. If it's 4 to 6, it's good. You can start out with the beginner players module that they sell at the store for about $15 to $12. You can find a whole bunch of research and materials of the players for rulebook or the DM's guide as well. Those are the thing that you pretty much need in the bestiary. You're DMing that you need. Mostly you can get everything on the free set I'm gonna put down below. It's D20 SRD, and there's also one for the Pathfinder as well. That will show you basic rules for everything: class, monsters, items, magical items, so on and so on, plus spells, rules, and how to play. So this is going to basically be about how to reel your player in and get them together. There are certain, I'm going to name about 4 different types of DM that I DM for over 10 years. Actually, I DM. I get probably close to 15 years. I know friends that DM more than me, DM less than me, and they have their different rules. One is getting a story, basically having them in to a tavern, the dark, misty array, the shadow, and you see a half-orc female as an innkeeper. Hideous as she looks staring there at your eyes, giving you that wink. Roll me a fort save for disgust. And not to throw up. So basically like that. But also you could do the deep tone or the mellow tone, or you could just talk as it is. Usually when you make changes voice, like, "Hey, I'm a gnome, I'm gonna blow shit up." Or for a paladin that usually everyone hates. Now they changed that on the 5th edition and the Pathfinder. You can be an evil ass paladin if you want. But yeah, usually you want to role play. This is the point of role playing. There's one DM that's basically put you in a tavern. That's most the common place to put it in, or in a small set town hired by a king. And from there, you're forced to intermingle. Or if the DM doesn't care, you have to find your way around and be a dick. Then you can have that kind of DM as well in your part, playing your game. The second one is basically I have how I got into my gnome wizard is actually a most of a tinkerer, a craftsman. I have a steampunk crafted cat clay golem that I'm going to actually make it out of clay and do a video about it. He teleported me to the game. Just, I'm here. So yeah, that's basically how it is, and it's kind of funny. And I got my gnome got somehow the cockpit of my inside the clay golem because it's a steampunk. I created it. Took a whole majority of my money to make it. Hit a tree. Basically because they already have about 4 to 6 people. I don't know how many people are in the game right now. 4 to 6 people. And we don't have time to negotiate. We gotta do this. We gotta get this fast. We're gonna try to get every single minute into into this as possible. You know, it's kind of like that. You can just do that, or people already, if you all agree as a party or the DM be a dick about it, you all know each other from some point and somewhere. Now let's play. So that you can do that as well. Third DM that I know of that I actually tried it once, but it's very time consuming. But other DM does it. They actually want you to go through your backstory more in depth in the beginning, and you do work at each individual player as we go, and they all have like a scroll or a quest to meet into the city and how you prepare, and you one person going against about like 4 goblin mercenaries or kobolds, very basic of the basics. Basically, yeah, that's, you know, people. There's a lot of DM that does that. They you know, a lot of DMs will give you kudos if you have an awesome backstory, and you actually follow your backstory. Like for me, I am a greedy little piece of crap of a gnome. That will actually give 2 fingers to one little baby finger to a dwarf that he worked with his father for. So yeah. Well, plus our D&D became like more of a Avengers kind of scenario now. So we have a dwarf named Tony Stony Stark, I believe, and I'm the gnome that his father worked with in building better magical items and stuff. But his father died, and I make fun of his ass. It's really interesting of the scenario. But yeah, you have a backstory. It was good. Put more depth in the game and the story. Sometimes a DM can actually bring that backstory into life, and you have to face it. So that's really good in the starter point of view of you diving a little more of your backstory in where you're from, how you got point A to point B. But it will take a considerably amount of time, and I will not recommend it unless you have a party that you actually meet in real life, not on Skype, not on the Roll20. I mean, like, you go if you have a place like a library or a comic store, your own house, you have like once or twice a week of a session. And I would usually indulge more in the backstory so the other player could be more intrigued, be more creative in point of way. And there is 4. The fourth one that I know of, it's a dick, I will say. The fourth one would be more of a dick move, I would say. Well, not really, because if the fourth one could be a dick time depends how you do it as well. Usually, a lot of times, the 4th DM, you already have like 3 or 4 players already started and they're already mingled with. And you cross the line, you see a naked a halfling chained up to a wall in a sewage out of nowhere. To there's another player joining in, butt naked, stuff like that. Like, this is how you like intrigue and pull them in. There's some DMs and GMs out there that are dicks like that. Depending on their backstory too. If is this part of their backstory, then yes. Like, my catfolk sorcerer was a slave to the Rust, one of the organization in the area. But free, he was basically nothing but loincloth and chained and everything. But he had a familiar cat named Brother that shoot fireball out of his ass. So yeah. I'm that type of person that will make very odd, useless, ridiculous characters. Sometimes they're useful, sometimes they're dicks. But yeah, and those are the 4 type of DMs that I know that we all can affiliate if you ever played D&D. But if you also want to try, let me know. But also, leave down in the comments below if you have any question about DMing and how you should, what you think is a better way to introduce your characters and stuff like that. I'll read them. I wish you replied to them. Please subscribe, notification bell. And thank you guys for watching. And every one of you, have a great day.